Can you talk about time and if you were, when you have difficulties with having enough time, and what would be your ideal situation around completing assignments with the appropriate time? Or tests, or?
What do you mean?
Like if you were having to complete that assignment, what role would time play in that, if you could describe it in, if it was, set up in an ideal way for you?
Well, to figure something out like that, I need a lot of time, especially because I have to go back and remember everything I saw in the video. Because, like she told us to just do it, it just doesn't work that way. You can't just go, oh, put that down on paper.
So what do you have to do in order to...
You have to sit there and think about it, and you don't remember the exact words. You don't know the definitions of the terms. Like, she wants you to write down from the video. And it's like too much, not enough time. I would rather have watched the video over a course of 2 class periods, and maybe she would have given us like a handout with questions instead of just telling us to look for information.
Right.
Because when she just tells us to do that, it's kind of like, I don't know what I'm looking for. She doesn't tell us what we're looking for until the end of the video.
Right.
So you don't know what you're looking for. It's like reading a whole book, and then 3 days later, or like a month later, answering questions about the book.
Right. Just
or quickly reading through a book and then answering questions about it. It's like, no, to have it right, you can't just do that. Especially with a video, because it's a visual, and it's not like a book where you could say, oh yeah, I remember that part.
Right. So when you are doing an assignment like that, you take time to sit and think first? Do you start writing right away, or?
Sometimes I'll start writing, and then when I'm writing, I'll kind of get information back. And usually when I'm writing, I'll get all the information I need, but not the amount that she wants. So I'll like make filler sentences to just put in there, like stupid stuff, like repeating. So, because it's like I have everything there to explain. It's just, you want 7 sentences, I have 5. So I'll just put 2.
Right.
This is about waves, if you didn't know.
I was thinking more about when you're figuring out what you have to say. How do you do that?
I usually just sit there and think. And sometimes I never write it down. I'll never like make it in a line or anything. I'll just sit there and think about it, and then think how I'm going to lay it out. Like if it's a poster, how I'm going to lay it out. And how I'm going to do all that stuff.
And then how do you know when you're ready to start doing it? Like writing it, or?
Usually I know when I've gathered enough facts, and I kind of put it together in my mind. Like, I'll be writing to a point, and in that point in my head I'll be like, okay, so here I'm just going to put this will look nice. And so I'm writing to that point, and then I'll write that.
So it's writing in your head?
Yeah, kind of.
Wow.
I kind of like put it together like, I want to put this and that and the other thing, and then put these sentences like right there because I want it to sound pretty good.
That's a great example. Can you think of any other examples, or?
Of what?
Well, I don't know. That's probably a bad question. I think we'll leave it at that. Is that okay? Thank you for answering the questions.
Yes, mother.